We're going to be streaming for a little more than 2 hours here. Unusual openings. Unusual openings. Where is everyone? Unusual openings. Alright, let's start with knight c3. How about we get an opponent? GM Sean is back. I'm not white, so it's going to be hard to play knight c3. Anyways. The Norwegian defense. No, what's it called? Is this the Norwegian defense? Carlsonian. The Carlsonian Museum. You don't even play e5. Alright, that's the point. Now I go here. Not even mildly phased. Losing can persuade you to change what doesn't need to be changed. Interesting. So this move, while playable, isn't white's main continuation here. I don't think. Wow, f3. Cracky crab. So one would think, like, if I take on f3 and white takes with a knight, like, smoothly developing, I mean, it feels like white would be better, you know? So by default, I'd rather not do that. However, what's my other plan here? f6, a little too radical. c5, white plays c3. No, white plays d5, that's a problem. c5, d5. I don't really like that. At the end of the day, I can play pawn takes pawn, but I'd rather not, you know, speed up his development. Are you paying attention, Acerbate? Bishop g7, he just takes the pawn. Bishop f5. Obviously g4 is a question. Queen to d5. c4. I have knight to c6, but then white plays c3. c5, d5, bishop g7. Bishop e5 check. Not necessarily a problem. c5, d5, bishop g7, f4 is a problem. What's the solution here? f5. I'm not seeing the solution for, and black has to do something. Or he's refuted the Norwegian defense. f3 looks good for white. Pawn takes, knight takes, bishop g7. What's his next move? Bishop c4. Castles. Castles. It looks like white has a good game to me there. I need to find something else. I need. What is it? Knight c6 and queen d5? Hold on a second. Knight c6, c3, queen d5? I don't know. I'm desperate for a solution here. Yeah, I mean, he just like makes instant moves even though he's 1800. Facing an opening he's never played against before. No pain, no brain, right? I mean, no brain, no pain. I'll be amazed if I found the best possible continuation. Probably not. It's a safe bet. I have a problem. Jesus Christ, he instantly finds the best move. Are you even kidding me? In 30 seconds? I don't know, dude. Here we go again. Yeah, really. I just want to resign, dude. What is my computer doing? I really don't think so. I better not like see this as like engine moves for White after the game. He's just lucky. Because all the players at the 1800 level are playing the Norwegian defense with black. F3. I wonder... It'll be interesting to see if this has been played, OTB. Kind of counterintuitive, but it's amazingly hard to find a move for black here. Knight c6, c3. Queen d5, probably a mistake. Queen b3 is definitely White's best move. Or is it? Yeah, I would say so. Looks very strong. Max Sladgie student. Maybe he's Max Sladgie student. Looks like it to me. Wait. Right. Mm-hmm. What's there to think about in this position? I don't understand why you would tank here. You're gonna not take on b7? White's other candidate move is? It's a weird position to use a lot of time on, you know? The whole point, like, depends on queen takes b7. The question is, does black have enough compensation for sacrificing the b7 pawn? I got some processes going on with my computer. I don't know what it's doing, but is he really here? Really not here? This is what he's thinking about. Interesting. I don't know. I guess he thought a long time on that choice. I didn't see this was an option. Also, definitely possible. Riskier or not. Both lines look kind of unclear, to be honest. Good variation to play if you're going to troll like a chess streamer, definitely. Another sus game. For a player who's 1 in 41. It's a very strange account, man. Even though they're 1 in 41 against me, they've played like many weird games. I don't even know what to start with. It's like, oh, I'm gonna call him out for being a cheater when I'm 41 and 1 against him, but he plays like, he's played at least like 20 very strange games that I don't even know how I won them. He's always like winning and then blunders or something. It's very weird. His time use in this game is extremely strange. I guess it's totally legit, but I don't know. Something strange about it. Very strange playing the openings. You know, maybe some people just use like opening assistants and then they play on their own or something like that. I don't know. If you just use the opening book to assist you and then played on your own once you left the opening book, that would create a kind of weird effect. For example, Turbo. Aesthetically, Yeah, but I mean, this is a completely rare opening. You know, nobody plays Norwegian defense. The point of my stream is to play unusual openings. There's no way he like memorized what to play against the Norwegian defense. It's practically never seen at any level, let alone like for people who are under 1800. This is an extremely rare opening. Nobody has anything memorized against this below the master level. I would be surprised if he had any games against it, period. Yeah, no, it feels like opening book. I wish I could castle. It's very strange. I'm at my breaking point with this account. I've already said I wouldn't play him anymore, and I gave him another chance, but it's just too unnatural the way that white plays. You definitely don't get the feeling you're playing an 1800 until he starts hanging pieces at the end. Extremely deep play by white. He still has compensation. I already swore off not playing this account once already. I just have to like stick to my principles. It's just too weird. Stick to your principles. E6. Whew, this is tough. No e6. It's just ridiculous, dude. I'm not gonna play him anymore. I really mean it this time. That's funny. I thought so. B-Jack. You fell asleep at the board. I was telling a story how it happened to me in a poker game. Missing bishop c6, winning. There's no time to enter the moves because you have to move really fast, I guess. That's the problem. That's always the problem. Move entry. Entering moves fast enough. Entry level. He has a completely winning position with bishop c6 check after playing like an engine the whole game. But it's an entry level position. I don't really want to put my king on a5. He didn't take the pawn. Wow. I have like 40 games like this against this guy. That's just not normal. Always the same modus operandi. Like, I'm losing, but I somehow win the game. It's extremely strange. Look at this. How many moves has this actually been played? I mean, I'm out of book at move 4. I know book until move 4. Recently, someone I think wrote a book on this. So I've never played this position before. I assumed that the 95 is inferior to 94. But I might be wrong. Yeah, so this is the typical variation here. Anand Carlson, 2019. F6, F3, Knight G5. I was looking at this with one of my students. But that's as far as I know. But I don't know anything about this. He just takes. What does the computer say? Yeah, the engine recommends the line he played. Of course. Surprise, surprise. Well, he played this instantly without using any time. The engine's number 1 line. And then F3. So F3 is a novelty. Why is F3 not good? I literally spent 3 minutes in this position. What is black supposed to play? Shit. I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Why is black better here after C5? Wow. The entire position... My entire position hinges on this. But I thought he has D5. What is the deal here? So the computer suddenly flip-flops and agrees that white is better when you force it to analyze further. So it's not that dubious. I was afraid that white is just better here. Why can't you play like F4, for example? I don't know, bishop G7, F4. I mean, it's an extremely strange position, but I don't see how white isn't, like, better. The computer wants to do insane shit with F6 and allowing E6. This is why I spent 3 minutes. I mean, black isn't fully okay in this position. F3 is just mind-boggling. I'm not sure that's actually dubious. Why would it be dubious? Bishop E5 check is best. That's even better. Another novelty. Bishop E5 check, C6, bishop A4. Kind of like a Grunfeld with bishop E5 check. So knight E4 looks bad. And the whole Norwegian doesn't work. It's just a dubious opening. Knight E4 is just a refutation. So who's played this? Gdansky lost. Vladimir Onishuk won. Yeah, it's a stupid opening, but I thought it was better than like +1 for white. Wow. But But I mean c3. That's another problem. Still difficult to round this up. IVYM. B4. Preventing C5. That's cool. Alright, anyway. White was totally winning. I was too much in time pressure here. Critical moment, I couldn't find the move. E6. Of course. I was afraid of this. But he's got nothing here. But anyways, I mean, whatever, man. It's an extremely strange game. Which is par for the course. We're supposed to be playing weird openings. We got one. But I mean, I'm like to see a little statistic there. Hold on. Sumer, re-challenge me. I just want to check something. Analysis board. I just want to check something. Analysis board. E4, G6, D4, knight F6. All right, what's the spelling of your name, Sean? What is going on here? Sean, how is it? We gotta see if he's ever faced this before. I really, really doubt it. GM Sean, is that it? Damn, Mubat just hammered you. Alright. Sorry about that. GM Sean, no underscores or anything? No, that's it. Alright. So tools, analysis board, or we just go to the game. Whatever. I got terrible lag again. My ping is suddenly up to 291. Alright, let's see if GM Sean has ever played against this before. Sparkle horse as white. No. GM. Hello? Hello? Why am I so laggy? GM Sean. All set. No, I don't want to see that position. E4. G6. D4. Yeah, one game. He literally has never faced it before. And he instantly, okay, knight c3, fine. D5. E5 here. Knight takes c4, f takes c4, f3. You know, the interesting thing is that this evaluation is wrong. The stored evaluation of -0.2 is not true. White is not worse here. In reality, white is better. f3 is not dubious. But what disturbs me is how quickly he's able to come up with that. Not an opening book move, though. Sumer, are you with us or against us? Sorry, I just wanted to check if he had ever faced that before. I mean, normally when you face an opening that you've never played against before, I would think like you would take a few seconds to think about it, no? Yeah, F3 is in the lichess database. That's true. Yeah, I mean, I never really use that too much, but it's a point. Yeah, if you look, of course. I wonder how its statistics are there. Yeah, exactly. It's possible, but I don't think he used the book for that. He just used his phone. Alright, Caro Khan, for something new and totally different. Unusual openings. Caro Khan edition. What are we going to do? Create the car. It's a car structure. Basically a 80s sort of like sedan with the pawns. Closed positions, you want to have your pieces like behind the shell of the pawn chain, or it could be just a shell. It's like a turtle. The turtle, you know, if its head like popped up to A3. No, I'm not like smoking weed. It's just fun to talk about pawn structures in terms of like their shapes and stuff. Alright. This is in the lichess database too. I just try to experiment with new openings on Wednesdays. I normally play Panov Attack or mainline Caro Khan. Caro Khan, he fell asleep yesterday during the critical game of our tournament, forfeiting the last round against me. So he's here with a hangover. You're gonna forfeit again? He's really thinking. F3 not dubious. Oh man. Wow. Alright. Pick yourself up off the floor. I'm gonna have to play either G3 or move my queen again. I mean, this is normal. Wow. That's like an anti-Dutch setup. Interesting. Basically, it's a Dutch. Birds opening now. As if I played a really weird birds opening. So I think knight c3 is... I mean, the only alternative really is e5. I mean, knight c3 has the benefit of putting pressure on his d5 pawn. You always have this wonderful maneuver. Heading for the extremely active square f2. Give me the bishop. Give me the bishop now. Masturbates in a game. Tomorrow night is our Thursday subscriber stream. Thursday subscriber stream. Guys, don't forget to gift a sub. No gift subs yet this week. It is possible to play knight b1. Maybe it's better than knight d1. I don't know. It's a good question. It's so hard to get that knight in the game from f2. How do you decide? It's a tough call. I mean, this protects b2. Asking for it. Ascaron. Knight f2 takes, queen takes, queen b4 check. I had a hallucination. I can always put my king on d1 though. The other option, taking with the pawn. Like in my mind somehow my king was going over here or over here. That's fine. I can play king e2. King d1. White is a very wholesome position. Perfectly safe. The car. I don't know what to do now. I feel like we're playing chess 960. Basically is chess 960. Beware. Now we're both castled queenside. Whatever. Just randomly grabbing space. No, I knew you were gonna play that. BFD. You actually have knight takes b3? No. I actually have it. It's unbelievable. Haha. Your knight's trapped. Your knight is trapped. It's like the McCutcheon. Ambulance. Ambulance zone. Did I consider e6 after f3 in our game? No. Something about it seems strange. But yes, it should be considered. Speaking of e6. Right? Mm-hmm. To prevent defense. So what am I doing here? It's not clear. What aren't we doing? Such a beautiful thing. We need a place to put my... I don't know where to put my king. I mean, should I put it on the king side? Why do I like this position so much? I like my pawns. I like my space. Knight takes e4. How's your e7 knight doing? I guess I'm not threatening anything at all, though. Like, what is black doing? I mean, you think that white has problems. You know what I mean? Sometimes people say to me, oh, I didn't know what to do. I feel like I have no space. And they get positions like this. Honestly, you know, did you ever stop to think about how hard it is for your opponent to find a move? In a position like this with black, it's way, way worse than white. Alright, queen e1. He's trying to do f5, obviously, but he's gonna like destroy his... He's gonna destroy his entire like pawn structure if he does that. I'm basically playing for cheapos. Knight on f2. I thought he might take gamble with sacking the exchange there. "16 pawns. It's a lot of pawnage. You might regret doing this, bro." Wow. Oh my god. Don't think you should do that. The ultimate King's Indian. Whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Wow, dude. This is so sick. Hangover chess. How do you feel about this ops color bishop position? If we get to an ops color bishop ending. Should we? Yeah. I think you go for the one move cheapo with rook g8 here. Take your chances. Pray for bishop takes f6. Well, knight d5 is a good piece. Gotta give him credit for that. You can't protect e4 enough. There's no such thing as overprotecting e4. There's no limit to the amount you could possibly overprotect e4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times, whatever. This is really bad for black. King's Indian attack. Now, what's next? Place for mom. Yeah, I mean, maybe I should put my king on like a2 or something. Still not completely safe. There's also a5. It's not a bad move. a5, rook a4. Creeping forward. Creeper. It's like a Gurgenidze on the other side. Can I borrow that pawn? Oh no. Oh my god. The ultimate blockade. Oh, I'm losing my blockade of e4 though. You have to be careful if I do that. Maybe that's not such a good idea. I should be blockading e4 with a different piece, probably. This was the plan anyway. I wanted to attack h5. And before I take it, we'll secure e4. Now there's no chance of any kind of crazy shit happening. You protected that, but there are other issues. Other issues, including but not limited to bishop takes c6. How's your king doing? He's such a fighter. You got to admire it. really. And the whole thing is gone. Just everything. It's a chess tsunami. Is my queen trapped yet? Chess tsunami. He's going after my rook. You can have it. It's alright. You can have it, bro. Tsunami is coming. Check. Oof. Yeah, I can't take it anymore. I'm sorry, dude. That's really sick. The tsunami. Pacific tsunami. Alright. Kappa Negro. You guys gotta really chill in the chat. We have like 6 viewers. What did I do? I typed in the stream title wrong? Where is everybody? Yeah, Wednesdays is bad. Might have to cancel the Wednesday streams. Never enough viewers here on Wednesdays. It's always been my problem. Problem stream. If I could start later, it would be okay. Caspa. E6, great. We get the Caro-Kann and then the French. What I hate is closed positions every single game, right? Try something super weird. Wow. F5, that's just bad. You've gone beyond weird. Beyond weird to just plain bad. So, okay. I mean, you could play it. It doesn't lose material. I mean, C4 at least. Against C4, F5 isn't that bad. Should I take? Always take. That's what Ilinchich told me. You gotta take back. Don't even think about, oh my god. No. That's really insane. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I want to take another pawn or not. It's like a king's gambit sort of thing, like pawn takes pawn, maybe black plays d5. I don't think you should take back with the pawn on e6. That's like the worst thing you can do. Just try to develop his pieces like a... Yeah, I don't think I should even take on e6, honestly. We should just play chess now. Knight f3. He's going to have to take on f5 at some point. When white is better. Now I can take on e6. Just... It's getting better and better. Hello! I still think you should take back on f5. This is a dreadful structure for black. Now you're down a pawn with a bad structure. Dreadful. Dreadfully. Down pawn, bad structure. Very little to zero compensation. He has 1/10 of a pawn compensation. Probably not even that. It's just a bad opening. I don't mean for people to play like patently bad. I'm playing experimental openings, but this guy's gambit is. This is like beyond Kamran Shirazi. Blitz openings, it's just terrible for black. It is not the Colorado gambit. Maybe under the circumstances, b6 is a good try. Normally I would play bishop d3, but I want to guard this, and I'm just consolidating. This keeps d4 protected. Much more passive than, for me, than bishop d3 though. I would normally, because now I don't have a great square for my queen. But black's position is like totally compromised. Knight d7 loses by force. He's just trading pieces here. Not developing anything. Queen d3 looks good. Bishop e3 is obviously fine. Thinking was fine too. What's up, Tezik? My intention is not for people to play like radically absurd stuff. Radically absurd. Morally idiotic. Who do you think of when I say the words morally idiotic? Trump, Elon, Kanye. In that order. Alright. Bishop takes e4. Not my words, it's Kasparov invented morally idiotic. But I agree with Gary. Alright. We could do knight g5 here. Masturbate sleeping, I think. Man, we've got no viewers on this fine Wednesday morning. Wednesdays, it's a bad streaming time. It seems like, I don't know what it is. Why is Wednesday mornings like worse than Monday mornings, for example? What should the difference between Monday morning and Wednesday morning? Why are Wednesday morning streams worse than Monday? I don't really understand the difference there. He was here, but he like fell asleep or something, Teze. Yesterday, Sumaher fell asleep during our game against me too. You know, I missed that you have bishop takes h2, queen d6. I was expecting queen h4. But that's sort of naive, isn't it? But why would I expect him just to lose the exchange for nothing? Well, Tzik, the Hungarian forint is, we're catching up to Turkey in terms of like massive devaluation of our currency and stuff like that. The gift that keeps on giving, Viktor Orban. Hungarian economy is like alright, Queen d6 check. If the European Union decides to like give Hungary this money that they were in line to get, if they make all these reforms and stuff, then the forint might rebound. It's a crazy world we live in. Man, bishop f3. There's like very little he can do about that. Oh no, he can play bishop e4, but I mean trading pieces is not great. He should have played bishop e4. He had to play bishop e4. That's the only hope here for black. He's only down one pawn in an ending. I didn't get the maximum out of this. I made a mistake with 96 probably. I didn't check the forint this morning, but it's been in like a death spiral. I'm very lucky that I don't have, you know, too much forints in my possession. Alright, maybe we should start investing in Forex instead of chess streaming. Become like a Forex trader. Bishop d4. Investing in Forex. Trading, currency trader. Sladgie, the currency trader. You lose a piece. That's what you dream about? Now you reminded me I had a dream. I was having weird dreams last night. What was it about? Don't remember. I could take his rooks there, but it seems unnecessarily risky to create such an imbalance. Man, I can't remember. I know I had a really interesting dream. Maybe it'll come back to me. I can't remember if it was about chess or what. Viewers. Nice to see you. People were playing challenges here in Rapid. I've got another hour left, so lots of time to go. Centralized queen is the best. The best piece for centralization. Queens are just deadly. For my next trick, he's protecting e7. It's a pretty good move. How does he protect g7? Queen b7? Oof. Ooh. Dude, it's like over in one move. Wow. That's amazing. Literally game over in one move. Hot tub and a wig. I have the wig. I just need a hot tub. The wig didn't do anything, really. Yeah, man, I mean, every day there's like more and more like cute girls with no chess skills who are like streaming chess. There's the occasional cute guy doing it too, but mostly just women. I'm scared for the future of online chess streaming. Well, I'm registered for the World Senior, officially on the list, weighing in at number 14 in my section. A couple more GMs now. There's like 10 GMs in the World Senior 50 group. Close to 10 GMs. And there'll probably be more. It's going to be tough to take it down. But I mean, I've seen plenty of people win tournaments from 14th seed. It's certainly not unheard of. I mean, especially in big fields with the possibility of a multi-way tie. I'd have to win it on tiebreak, though, to become a grandmaster. Tying for first is not enough. You have to take first place. Yeah, I'm not going there for fun. If I was going for fun, I would start drinking alcohol during the tournament or something. No, I'm going to win. You know, we're going to be very serious. I'm in it to win it. Which means, like, you know, not too many quick draws. There is some prize money, but just enough to pay for expenses. I'm actually surprised how many GMs are in the list. There's like 15 grandmasters, but I mean, that's basically a holiday. I mean, you're barely lucky if you get back. You're lucky if you get back your expenses. I mean, maybe the GMs are getting free accommodation. I don't know. But they're old GMs. There's some good players like Morovich, Fernandez. That's Morovich Fernandez from Chile. He was always a very strong player. Starua from Georgia. Nevednici. Heinrich Danielson. A couple of German GMs. It's going to be fun. But there's a lot of weaker players, so... It's not about norms, Dracofire. That's why I'm playing in this. Well, you can make a GM norm, but it's unlikely you'd ever make a GM norm in the World Senior. There are just too many weak players that would kill your rating. You know, making a GM norm in the World Senior would be like making a GM norm in the US Open or something. I mean, there's no way it would happen. You'd have, if not unrated players, like too many people who are like 1900 or something. You can't play 1900s and have a GM performance, like, ever. Maybe one in a tournament, if you were lucky. I think you can not count one player or something. So if I play in a 10-round tournament and I play 9 strong players in like a 1400, I think you can actually like not count that 1400 or something. I forget what the exact rules are. But it's a chance to make the GM title in one tournament. So it's in a month, a little over a month, I go. Does ache. This will be my last tournament for this year. Last of 2. I'm at the stage where I play like 2 tournaments a year now. Elephant Gambit. I'm the lowest. I mean, I'm the lowest. I'm the youngest player. I'll be the youngest player in the World Senior Championship. That's my big like secret power. I figure, okay, I'm like seeded 14th. But what about, the advantage of youth? It's not worth something. Even if I'm the 14th seed, I am the youngest player. I have that like superpower. Man, D4. Oh. Refuting the Elephant Gambit. Preventing the Elephant Gambit. I should have just played D5. I missed. This is a funny thing, but whoever's the first to break, basically, stealing the initiative. Bronstein gives a game in 200 Open Games where D5, I think, was played. I don't remember how that went, though. But now I have a problem, and it's hard to play an unusual opening here. That's pretty much my only shot, right? Is it principled to play D4 against Russian? Yeah. I mean, D4 is it's the other main line. Really. It was played in the World Championship between Kasparov and Karpov in 1990. They had one game, at least one game in the D4. Which was surprising because, maybe that was the only Petrov that Karpov played in that match. Well, Petrov, it's a Russian name and it's Cyrillic, so it seems sort of ridiculous to argue over whether how it should be spelled in English in Latin characters, right? Like, there is no right or wrong. It's a different alphabet, so how can you say, like, if it's a V or double F? I always thought that was funny. I had this kid in my high school and elementary school named Skobelov, and he spelled it with like 2 F's. His father was Russian. I always thought the double F was kind of like aristocratic, trying to make it sort of sound like aristocratic or something, whereas V is just like standard. Yeah, I mean it's named the Petrov. I don't know where this Russian game came from. You could do like historical research on who somebody along the line, some chess player or author must have called it Russian game after Petrov, but unclear who. Knight c6. Live again. Asterbate, you're alive? We're up to 16 viewers. We're really killing it. I mean, to have 16 viewers without a hot tub, it's unbelievable. At least they got rid of the people who were playing slots on Twitch. It's so gross. They'd have 10,000 viewers playing slots. Online slots and roulette. It's just gross. So corrupt and unbelievable. But now we got to get rid of the hot tub streamers. It's like porno without the porn. Soft porn. Twitch streamers. Pole dancers. Do I have to play knight takes knight in this position? I do have a good structure. Of course, white can always play c4. This almost looks like a Vienna game. Is it a transposition to the Vienna game? My voice is cracking. I think I'm having puberty. Just It's talking about pole dancing. Makes me go through puberty again. C5. So much for weird openings. You prevented me from playing a weird opening. C6 is really passive. Let's not pervert the Ponda, alright? C6 is really passive. Oh man, you're threatening bishop g5. I had a game like that in the Vienna. Am I supposed to play like knight c6? Then again, bishop e7. Black's more solid there though. I don't know. I don't like blocking my c-pawn. This is a really not an image you want in your head. We don't want to pervert the Ponda. I think there's too much like selling sex on Twitch. There was an article in the I don't know, New York Times or something about how these like TikTokers are creating streams for like Syrian, like impoverished Syrian, I don't know, refugees and stuff. And like TikTok takes like 70% of their profits. It's really sick, man. That's the world we live in. Bishop d3. Exploiting people who are like homeless to make money. So basically TikTok is making money off of homeless people. Homeless refugees. Then they're like, oh no, we don't take 70%. We take less than that. Okay, sorry, 60. They should have to donate like %80 of their profit to like charities or something. What a disgusting thing to do. But TikTok is like owned by, it's like a Chinese company, right? So I don't like this b7 pawn. I hate defending that. I have to play like rook b1, rook b8. Rook b1, rook b8, rook b5, threatening rook takes d5. We've got the Victor Korchnoi open Roy Lopez style thing going on here. So he protects. Good. What would Victor do? Yep, it's an open Roy Lopez now. This thing is like transformed into the 3 different openings so far. It's so weird. First it was the Petrov, then it was the Vienna game, and now it's like an open Spanish or something. '98. It's a tad on the passive side, isn't it? I don't like this position that much. White's pieces are tremendously active. But that move doesn't seem right. No, my knight is, you know, blockading in the open Sicilian, open row of Pez here. Still not an easy position. White has more space. A little bit more space, maybe. There's this. Castling queen side seems kind of risky. Well, I didn't think you would do this. It seems like a mistake for white. You're giving up all your attacking chances by trading queens. I think you should play h3 and g4. And like maybe like position is quite similar to again the open row of Pez. Trading queens really takes a lot of pressure off me. Though I still can't castle, which is a minor problem. It's pretty awkward to defend b7. Alright, I'm gonna run out of time. This is not exactly clear. Right? Whoa. I keep hearing this like duck sound. There's like a quacking duck or something. Ooh, do I want to win some pawns? Do we win pawns here? 95? But I can't castle. That's pretty scary. Wow. Really played a masterful game, Taze, and 3 minutes on the clock ahead. God. A4? Oh. Raid roundup. Round up at the OK Corral. Round them up, head them off. Alright, where did you lose the game? Rook exchange or after that? I thought maybe you should play like C takes D here. Or maybe like earlier, right? Before I played C5. Here. Well. What's the evaluation here? I was sure you're not better. The pawn weaknesses. Yeah, you had rook d5. So g6 is a mistake, wow. But I wasn't sure I was winning this because you have f5. That's not a good move. Rook takes d8. I wasn't sure about this f5 thing. You know, it never occurred to me that I could play f6 here. Wow. How am I winning that? f6, f4, king e7, followed by g6. Wow. Yeah, you're just like overextended and lost. Just don't trade rooks. We're taking challenges. Alright. This doesn't transpose to something? So weird. It's unbelievable that there's no games from this position. The computer doesn't like knight c6. So apparently this is the only move that equalizes. Bishop e7. It's passive. Now we transpose to something. Unclear what it is though. Svidler Karpov, 2009. Wow, Karpov bites the dust. Svidler with a Hans-like performance. One mistake. Yeah. Yeah, this is a variation. This is a main line. D takes e5 line. So we transpose. Oh, your move is a move. Rook e1 is a move. Queen d7, it's Romanician Elvest, 1988. Classic. And Rook b1 is like the best move and it's a novelty. You improved on Romanician with Rook b1. Romanician. I saw on Facebook Romanician was giving a simul in Lviv for charity a couple weeks ago. He's just an amazing person. Amazing chess player. Alright guys, we have time for 2 more challenges. Where is the challenges? Yeah, I mean, so here you should play like h3, bishop h5, g4. We transpose to Romanician Elvest. Wow. I was worried about that. This is a serious problem, man. I've got 95. For example, here, here, black is getting like totally wrecked. Here. Check out this position, +3 for white, where I'm just boxed in. This is like my opponent on Sunday, before I like hung the game. That's a crushing pawn sacrifice. Crushing compensation. Avrot. Romanischen. Weird openings Wednesday. C5 is weird. So technically a mistake, D4. Technical. He traded off, well, his own center. No center. Now D5. This is best. It's a martial defense with a tempo extra for white. It's like a bad opening, a bad defense with a move extra. I think C4 can be played. White really has to make an effort to play for control in the center. It's a Romanischen. It's a martial defense with an extra move for white. Bishop F4 is a move. G3 is a move. C4 is a move. It's like kind of a bad hypermodern. A sort of bad hypermodern opening. This I don't think is a good idea. At least with colors reversed, it's really bad. So now I have like E5, knight somewhere, D4. Does that work though? Yeah, both my pawns are hanging now after knight F3. If D4, knight takes E5, black has bishop D6, but then queen takes D4. So I might have to play D4, but he has knight takes E5. I might have to play E4, I guess. I don't want to play E4. No, I mean the question is here. He also has knight B5, but I doubt that's a good move. He has to play knight F3, Frank Marshall. Reversed. This is just passive. Okay, it's again, it's like an extra move for white, so he'll have to retreat his knight. I don't know if D4, knight E4, maybe it's not that bad for him. Maybe D4 is not that bad. D4, knight B1. I have stuff like A5. D4, knight E4. We're here to have fun, right? A6 against knight B5, maybe. He might have queen takes or something weird there. So now, A5. No. It's a Mexican Alekhine reversed. It's like both. He's doing both knights to like the knight 3 squares. Acerbate. How do you feel about f4, bro? A5 with the idea of A4, knight G3, A5. Yeah, I mean, we can play different moves here. Black has a serious advantage. The question is the best way to do things? Bishop e7 takes, queen takes. It was also possible to play queen b6, but I really want to get developed here. And we have an advantage, no doubt. How big is the advantage? Pretty big. You know, he has difficulty, like, how is he going to challenge my center, you know, without destroying his pawn structure? And you can't play g3 either. F4. F4. No. F4 is not good. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Undermine my center at the cost of losing your knight. No. Thematico. Thematic. Thematic. C3. Man, I'm threatening f4 winning a piece. Dude, that's brutal. So this saves his knight. And attacks f5 at the same time. But I believe white is in trouble here. Thing is, I don't really... You have to calculate. Okay. E4. Queen takes d4. Queen b5 check. E4, queen b5 check. Bishop d7. Queen takes f5. Damn. Queen e3 is a good move. It shouts acerbate. It's funny how he gets his queen trapped on b7 in a lot of lines here. No, he doesn't. Alright. I can just castle. Yeah, what would acerbate do? I'm gonna have to sacrifice that pawn. Let's say castles. Then he takes f5. Bishop f5, queen f5. Now he's showing you light squares. Seriously, I mean, maybe I should seriously consider just playing g6. It's so slow, though. And weakening. Even e4 is a move. G6 is just like crushingly slow, weakening my position. I just want to develop. I'll sacrifice a pawn. The tragedy is that he gets his knight off of g3. I mean, it's his worst piece. So that's major benefit for white, getting rid of his worst piece. Still, white's central control and development is not great. I have queen b4 check. However, queen b4 check, even that's not clear. He has knight e2. G6. I just don't know. $1,300. White's like living on the edge. Such a good move. Risky Grease. E3. 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 He tried something weird. He's playing the Marshall attack with with the white pieces, the Marshall defense or whatever. It's a weird opening for white. I tried to play the old Benoni, but white played knight f3 against it. Development. Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. Now white is in a dangerous place. Pick your poison. C3. Pawn takes pawn A3. I don't think he's going to survive now after E3. He's in big trouble. Though I think my handling of this game wasn't great. We have to go in 20 minutes. One more game. 94. Queen takes d2 is nice, but this is better. Let's make sure. C3. It's not as simple as I thought. He doesn't necessarily get mated with the c3 move. Juicebox Wizard, thanks for being a subscriber. Cheer 25k badge. Long time viewer. No, I was getting low on time. I wanted to play 94, but this is much simpler. We're just up a piece. Yeah, but I don't know about this. I mean, maybe he was surviving if he had played very carefully. Tomorrow night is our subscriber stream, so please, if you are a subscriber to the stream, you can submit a game to me here on lichess.org, and we'll go over it with the stream on Thursday night, tomorrow night at 6:30 CEST. No, white's just down a piece now. When out material, it's a good idea to just trade down. Avoid blunders. And simplify. What is it with smoking scorpions? It sounds like a rock band or something. Is that a new trend? The latest TikTok trend? Smoked scorpions? Delicious. Tastes like lobster. It has a little bit of bite to it. Pinch. Scorpions don't really bite. "15 minutes to go, guys. We have time for one more 7+5 challenge. Who will be the lucky one?" Dude's defending. Defending like a genius. Defenestrating. He's defenestrating his defense. Demonstrating. Oh no. I was feeling pretty good about my game today. A3. Can't do that. Why didn't he play F4? At least like rook E4 or something. Being down material is no time to be passive. When is the next chess 960? I haven't done those very often. Kind of a rare event here. But I might think about it. Chess 960 Rapid. Sounds like an idea. Running out of things to do. B5. Nope. I'll do it. Smoking scorpions. Popular activity. That's like NyQuil chicken or something, right? Last challenge. Thanks to the game. Yeah, the opening was funny. Yeah, the engine says that c4 is the best move here. Attacking black center. Yeah, so you have to play knight f3. Now the question is, after this and this, I have queen d6. Oh shit. It took me a while. I couldn't remember what the move was. So after this move, is this not good? This works too. But this is simply winning. I couldn't remember. You should just play knight b1, and it's like a Nimzovich. I don't know. Nimzovich Alekhine hybrid. You can't take the pawn because of queen a5 check. Cheesy noob in the house. Alright. Cheesy noob. Guaranteed to play a weird opening. Even not on Wednesdays. I'm going to turn off my alarm here. Which is annoying. It's going to go off very shortly. Cheesy noob. When's c6 coming? No c6. I guess he's playing like a hippo. Sumardam. Sumardam. Buni. Seek. Alright, here we go. Off. H5. You didn't do the pawn stop. Like, normally hippo players are h5 or h6. He just doesn't care. Good lord, man. Oof, this does look a little weird. Like, rook takes, knight f6, rook h4. Alright, we can do it. We can do it. Knight f6. Where do I put the rook? If rook at g5, rook at g5, rook at what I'm doing. Wow. Ruh-roh Rastro. h6, stopping rook g5. Critical. Maximum rook influence. The lobster. I have a lot of lobster experience, so I'm pretty at home in this kind of position. My son saw some kind of YouTube video where someone like rescued a lobster from the supermarket and like kept him as a pet. Now he wants to like get a lobster. How long, Dad? How long do lobsters live? They could live like freaking 75 years, right? 100. You have to like leave your lobster to your like grandkids in your will. All right. Speaking of lobsters, look at those bishops. I'm sure I did the right thing here, but I have faith in my position. Loving lobsters. Lobster love. Lobster love, bro. Cheesy noob. I'm gonna make this work. I can't believe my rook on h4 is gonna come under attack. I'm gonna have to defend it again or move it. Maybe rook g4. Of course, that's likely to be attacked yet again in the future. But alright. I have this, if need be. My rook's on an open file, half open file. Gain a valuable tempo. Rastro. Oh no. Give me that. Hater of bishops. Basically, Cheesy Noob is a... I don't know. He doesn't subscribe to classical chess strategic theory in the normal way. Oh no, Queen e6. Oh my god. Alright, we gotta be careful here. Knight takes f6. Knight takes f6, rook f4. Yet another. I also have 95. Ooh, 95. 95, queen e6, bishop c4. But I don't have to do that. Check. I'm going to get myself in trouble here if we're not careful. Sack the queen, dude. This is fun, huh? Are we having fun? Are you guys having fun with me here? Cheesy Noob is such a... He's such a crazy, overly creative player. So if check, c6, bishop c4, check, knight c6, he's pinned, check, knight d7, whatever. Sack, sack, get mated. How does that work? How does that work? I didn't think he was going to play that. So now we really have... We have a very, very strong position now. I mean, he had to play, like, I guess, knight on bd7. Or king d8, maybe. King f8. King f8 looks risky. I don't like that pawn on h6. King d8 or knight on bd7. Preferably knight on bd7. He could castle. Queenside still. Now black is in deep trouble. Does he have a threat of f6 though? This is a really insane position. Mr. Coffee, you're here just for the end of the stream. Last game. Yeah. Made in one. Say what? I missed the made in one? Almost. Last I checked, he has a rook guarding the back rank. Unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, black didn't play this right. I mean, c6 is a really bad move. Forcing his knight there was bad. So now what? Knight g6. I really would rather like sacrifice material than trade queens. I'm not sure I can justify sacking a knight here. I looked at rook g6, one of the first moves I looked at, but it just looks very vague. Against a tricky player like Cheesy Noob, I really, should be like keeping it simple. Yeah. Wow. How does that work? That really works? Does he have like knight b4? Dude, he hallucinated. Just not a morning player. Alright. Cheesy Noob is not a morning player. Yeah, I don't think he's ever really okay in that game. Was rook g6 a good move, though? It felt like here, his position wasn't that bad. Oh man, he has knight c6. And he's okay. Wow. Because you're going to play, what, a6 next? Or knight on bd7. Yeah. So this is actually a big mistake. The reason why I didn't play bishop here is because I thought bishop d5 was okay for him. That's funny. Check. And now he's in big trouble. So knight a6, queen a6, knight b4, or queen f5. Yeah, this is not a move. This is what I was looking at. Here, here. I looked at this. It's defended by the knight. I looked at this. Here. I didn't see this far though. Here. BB4, FE5, and then just save my rook and I'm peace. Alright, anyway. Too experimental. 83% accuracy. Thanks guys for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow night with Hype Train. Our first Hype Train in a while. Mr. Coffee, thanks for being here. Good to see you as always. We will be back later tomorrow. Bye-bye.